Bismillah Rahman Rahim. Assalamu alaikum, my dear students. This session is about hybridization. I hope and expect by the end of this session you would be able to understand the term and how it is used in sociolinguistics. Well, when it comes to the definition of hybridization, language hybridization is where every word that is a hybrid, it indicates or refers to the process of the fusion of two languages. As the very word hybrid indicates or tells itself, it is bringing together or joining together. So in the process of hybridization, two languages are simply speaking, I would say they are just joined together. The question arises, how then hybridization is different, for example, from code switching or from code mixing, where again languages are amalgamated. Well, in fact, hybridization is a product of code mixing. So code mixing is a process in which words or phrases are mixed in a language, in another language, whereas hybridization is the end product of that. When this process of mixing happens, the result that takes place, the form and the shape of the lect or the language that happens, this is what is called hybridization. Maschler 1998 defines code mixing or a mixed code as using two languages that a third new code emerges out of that. Now this third new code that emerges out of that, this is what is called a hybridized code, in which elements from the two languages are incorporated into a structurally definable pattern. So when two languages are mixed up, in the process of mixing, the end product that is created is a third code, in which language A embeds in itself certain items, that is linguistic items or lexical items, from language B. The result or end product is code C or language C, which is called a hybridized code, and this has its own structure, this has its own elements, and its own, in simple words I would say, shape and form. When two codes mix up, they constitute a new code that is structurally, different than, I would say, from code A and from code B. To understand this further, I would like to quote what Bakhtin 1981 asserts. According to Bakhtin, an utterance that belongs by its grammatical and compositional markers to a single speaker, but that actually contains mixed within it two utterances, two speech manners and two styles, two languages, two semantic and axiological belief systems. So it is a kind of combining together of two utterances in two different languages bringing in their own structures, bringing in their own whole system of semantics and syntax, all that being embedded together to give it a joint shape and a form. This is what is called a hybridized variety. This lect or this language or this code, according to him, comprises utterances in both languages or utterances that are mixed as well as utterances that are in a single language. What does he mean by this? Utterances in language A, utterances in language B, and utterances in a mix of language A and B. So when all these three types will be combined together in this hybridized variety, there will be three types that would exist structurally. Utterances in language A, utterances in language B, and utterances in the combination of language A and B. When all these three types of varieties come together and make a lect or make a language, we call it a hybridized variety of language. So this lect is the language of that particular speech community, and this has a kind of a structure that the users of this lect, they even do not understand. they do not consciously realize that they are using a different form. To them, this exists as one lect, and within that lect, the differentiations between lect A and lect B, for these people, they do not exist.